Welcome back to what I'm newly calling the Word. This is our core message series, our youth message series. I wanted to give it a new title to it, and the Word, I know it's simplistic, but I love it, and I'm holding on tight to it. So, welcome back to the Word. We're in the middle of a series that's called Kicking Anxiety Out. Last week we talked about two topics, the monkey mind and the monkey logic. Monkey mind is like this constant chatter that we hear in our mind that sounds like monkeys screeching all the time. The monkey logic occurs when the monkey mind focuses on a thought. We develop then an avoidant behavior to the thought. And now we've created what's called the monkey logic because of it. Remember Justin's story through it all. This week we're continuing our discussion on monkeys. We're going to learn how to spot the monkey, which means we're going to learn how to identify anxious thoughts. We're going to rule the monkey, which means we're going to talk about how to take back control of your life. And we're going to thank our monkey. We're going to talk about how acceptance will set us free. I believe this message will be longer. This message, I think, is going to be like in the 30 to 40 minute range. I have like 6 pages of script to go through, but there was too much good material within the book that I did not want to avoid. So we'll be here for a little bit. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to break it up into 3 parts, so that way if you need to pause and can't watch it all in one day, it's fine with me. So I don't know how the final cut's going to be. Editor Mark will tell you. But let's actually just dive into it. So part 1, spot the monkey. Up to now, we focused on using just a certain part of our brain. And we might not have realized it, but you have been actually using other parts of your brain too. I know. It's tiring to use all your different parts of your brain. Trust me. These parts have taken in everything that we've been discussing the past 2 weeks. Your heart's been telling you something that there is something more to life than just being alive. Your heart holds on to your dreams about your future and how you want to live. Jennifer Shannon gives great insight about this book and kind of resonates with the core idea of why I wanted to talk more about this. She said this whole book is based on the central idea that you are not your monkey. So let's put it in the actual context. You are not your anxiety. The better you get at realizing this, the better chance you have at regaining control of the real you. You know, the you, which means the bigger and smarter you, not the tiny critter that is you. That is your anxiety, I should say, sorry. You will learn how to spot the monkey. And I mean, you will recognize the chatter and realize how it triggers your anxiety and your avoidance. Now, Jennifer Shannon offers a lot of tools to tame this monkey mind. We're going to talk about all of them. I want to make sure that I'm offering you as much quality stuff that I think you will use and you will need. So I want to start off with the first topic that's called the life compass. I want you to start by asking yourself, if you are moving towards the things and situations that you want to and that are important to you, or if you're moving away from them. If you're avoiding a situation that you don't want to avoid any longer, even if there is no danger, it's probably true that your monkey is interfering with this. The next exercise is called Spot the Thought. THOUGHT. Spot the thought. Make sure. I want you to do something scary. And think of something that makes you anxious. Then ask yourself these 3 questions, and these 3 questions come straight from the book themselves. The first question is, what am I afraid of? The second question is, what is the worst thing that could happen to me if this comes true? And the third question is, what would this mean about me, my life, or my failure? These are some of the thoughts going through your head that got your behavior the way it is in the first place. Some of these thoughts could be true. They could signal the situation that you're dealing with as dangerous. They could also be false alarms, which do come from the monkey mind. Monkey miscalculations. There's a lot of miscalculations, so we're breaking this down. But compared to you, monkeys aren't that smart. Well, some of you maybe. When deciding what is and is not a risk, the monkey makes two mistakes, and this comes from Jennifer Shannon in the book. It overestimates the threat of something bad happening and underestimates your ability to cope if something bad were to happen. This results in safe situations being classified as dangerous, false alarms going off, and your fight or flight mode always being active. And here are some examples of these miscalculations. The first one is catastrophizing. This means to leap to the worst possible conclusion. This is the most common type of miscalculation, and look at some of these examples from the book too. So you're thinking about raising your hand to answer a question. The thought comes in, if you get this wrong, a rumor will start around school that you're stupid and that you'll have no friends afterwards. Or this thought, your boyfriend isn't returning your text message, or your girlfriend. If this is wrong, he or she isn't answering your text, therefore he or she is breaking up with me then. Your chest feels tight. Well, you're having a heart attack. You could have COVID. You could be having a panic attack. You're having difficulty on a test. Well, if you flunk this, then it's going to show up in your transcript, and now you're not going to get into college. If you're catastrophizing, ask your monkey what is really likely to happen. Often I've been told by my therapists to ask the question, what would happen if this truly came true? The next monkey miscalculation is called discounting the positive. Every situation we've ever dealt with has both good and bad parts to it. But the monkey mind completely ignores the good to focus on the bad. Listen to these examples from the book. You get an A- on your English paper with several positive comments, but your eyes immediately go to the one suggestion, the one critique, the one piece of criticism for improvement. Well, now you're hopeless at writing. You invite a friend to the movies, but he has other plans, but thanks you for the invitation. Well, he's rejected you, and you should never have invited him. Ask your monkey mind then, what did I do that was okay? The next one is labeling. This involves applying a part of yourself to the whole of yourself. What do I mean? Listen to these examples. You get a C on a quiz that you thought you would do better on. You're stupid. You tell a joke that offends someone. Well, you're a fool, and you should have kept your mouth shut. Ask yourself, does this label apply to me at all times, in all situations? If you're answering yes to this, please think really hard about it. Because I can guarantee you, the labels that you give yourself do not apply to yourself always. Next miscalculation is called mind reading. The monkey mind doesn't like criticism. It's so sensitive that it thinks other people are thinking critically about you. Think about these. You're walking down a hallway with a new hairstyle. Everybody is now staring at your hair in horror. A friend is checking your text during your conversation. Well, she thinks you're boring. If you're catching your monkey reading minds, please ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this is what people are actually thinking? The next miscalculation is perfectionism. My perfectionists say, what? You must always be perfect every time, all the time. Anything less than that is terrible and makes you vulnerable to criticism and other issues. Think about these examples. You're looking at a supermodel in a magazine. Well, if you lose 5 pounds, you can look like that. During a presentation in your English class, your voice shakes and you stumble on your words a few times. Well, that was unacceptable, and now the whole class thinks you're anxious. Ask yourself this question if you're dealing with this. Am I expecting more of myself than I would expect of somebody else? The last monkey miscalculation is the intolerance of criticism, or the intolerance of uncertainty. The fear of the unknown. Regardless of the odds that favor a positive result, even if there is a 1% chance that something could go wrong, the monkey mind will not rest. Think about these examples. You hear a siren. What if that's an ambulance taking your mom to the hospital? You need to use a public toilet. What if you can catch AIDS from a toilet seat? You have a pain in your gut. Well, you could have stomach cancer. Your friend just picked you up at your house. What if you left the curling iron on and now your house is burning down? Ask yourself this. What is the cost I am paying to eliminate all risk from my life? Identifying these monkey miscalculations in your thought patterns can help you think more objectively. If the thought isn't accurate and there's no real danger, then the anxiety that comes with the thought triggers is a false alarm. Knowing this can help you create this distance, separation from your monkeys and create new ideas and possibilities. The next big topic we're talking about is alternative thoughts. Again, THOUGHTS. This is like the second half of the spot the thought exercise, the first one. You respond to the anxious thoughts that you can attribute to the monkey chatter with new alternative ideas. These alternative thoughts lay a new foundation. Speaking of foundations, have you checked out the OP Adulting series that comes out every Sunday at 9:30? That set a new foundation for a new way to think and ultimately a new way to live your life. At this point, your monkey mind is going nuts, and I know yours is. It doesn't like you thinking it's wrong. And this isn't an easy feat, but it will get better over time. What we've talked about so far is that your monkey mind is always running, and if we're not careful, it will always drive our feelings and our behaviors. When we pay attention to the monkey, it's getting rewarded. So here are some mindfulness tools to help you. These practices are designed to help you focus less on your monkey mind, and there are 3 parts. Each is helpful in spotting your monkey. First part is focused attention. This is best done when you're sitting in a quiet place when there's no obvious distractions. And Pay attention to the air as it comes in and out of your nose, if you're breathing through your nose. Or pay attention to your stomach as it inflates and deflates with every breath. Every time your monkey gets going again, every time your thoughts start ramping up, all I want you to say is, "Thank you, monkey." Accept the thought and move on. Return gently, bringing back your attention to your breathing. You'll probably get more distracted many times during this process. Don't beat yourself up. It's actually a good thing. This is helping you notice these distractions and helping you make the intentional choice to focus on your breathing. The next tool is called present moment. The monkey mind is either reviewing the past or scanning the future. If you focus on the present, we can gain distance from this chatter and find relief. This lets us live more fully and realize that everything, and I mean everything, is always changing. Do I need to make another 2020 joke? Because 2020 seems to be the year of change. Everything has changed. You can practice paying attention at any time. You'll be amazed at what you can hear. More importantly, you will notice what thoughts come in, the randomness of these thoughts, and how they're actually distracting you from the moment you are in. When you begin to pay attention during your day, you will be amazed at how much you are truly distracted, and don't be upset. Thank your monkey. Bring yourself back to right now. The last part is acceptance. As you get better at this, you'll notice judgments, again, both about yourself and about others. Your monkey will criticize you about what you should and shouldn't be doing, that you're weak or lazy or some other things. Listen to what Jennifer Shannon tells us. Having ideas about how you should be will only make you discouraged. You'll be able to only move forward by accepting you as you are. Accept your anxiety as normal. Accept that you were not to blame for it. We talked about that. Doing so, this lets you gain the compassion for yourself. You've suffered far long enough without adding on all these extra judgments and blame. When you accept your anxiety and forgive yourself for dealing with it, you unlock the next level of life, and that is what courage is. When you let courage loose on a problem, everything is possible. So that ends part 1. Again, this is a 3-part video, but it's all one. So take a minute, breathe, do whatever you need to do, stretch. Let's start part 2, ruling the monkey. To live how you want to go where you want to go where you need and accomplish your dreams, you need to start facing situations and taking actions that make you anxious. You may now question, don't I need to get rid of my anxiety before I do stuff? To regain control of your life, you'll need to change your behavior and your thinking. Instead of using avoidance as your mechanism, now you're going to have to move forward, and be open to feeling the anxiety that goes with it. When you move towards your anxiety, you are now reversing the cycle of avoidance. It's true. To live how you want to live, you have to, again, begin feeling the anxiety that you have been avoiding. Think about this question that Jennifer Shannon actually offers. Is the life you want to live worth facing your fears? So here's some tools to rule the monkey mind. There's only 2. These will help face your anxiety and take control of your life. Again, these are from the book themselves. The first one is the life compass. I know we've already talked about that, but listen. Think about what pieces of your life you're missing out on because of anxiety. Think about how you're spending this big chunk of time. Is it worrying? Is it rechecking things? Performing other rituals? Get out your life compass and ask yourself which direction you want to go. You could head south and regress with the monkey and get further and further and further and further away from your goals. Or you can head north and get closer in beating your fears, beating your anxiety, and starting to live the life that you want to live. To find your way north, I want you to start by writing all the things that you're missing out on by avoiding what makes you anxious. Meeting a challenge even when you're afraid and surviving the challenge is how you create distance from and rule over your monkey. Let ourselves feel this anxiety that accompanies going after what we want, as I know a brand new concept for most of us, myself included. We've avoided our anxiety for so long that the concept of accepting it seems insane and overwhelming. It won't be easy for sure. It'll take practice, of course. But I know you can do it. The second tool is the ladder challenge. I want you to picture a ladder or sketch one out with how you want to live your life at the top. So dream, goals, career aspects, whatever. How you see your life going, put that at the top. This is your ladder, no one else's, and it doesn't matter what the goal is. The point is, it's your ladder that you have to climb. On each rung of the ladder, put a challenge for yourself, each one bigger and scarier than the one before. And as you accomplish each challenge, you will feel yourself growing more powerful and more skilled at facing your anxiety and realizing it is just a feeling, rather than something you think that is holding you back. Every type of anxiety faces its own challenge, so don't make your ladders yet. The next 2 weeks, we'll be talking about a lot of different types of anxiety. So once you get some more detail on yours, then make your ladder. So that's the end of part 2, actually. See how quick that was? Quick and painless? Let's move to part 3 that I'm calling Thanking Your Monkey. Anxiety is like fatigue. You ever feel tired after you have a panic attack or you just have a bunch of anxious thoughts running through your head? That's fatigue. It's like choosing to climb a mountain. Remember though, you don't hike up the mountain thinking, I shouldn't be tired. Being tired is unacceptable. If you agree with those thoughts, then you'll head back down to the bottom and never do it. You know that feeling tired is normal. You know and trust that the fatigue won't kill you. If you rest and bend and catch your breath, you will find strength to reach your goal. Now, anxiety is much more tolerable if you accept it as a part of your life. Think about your challenge ladder, the one you haven't created yet. On your ladder, it includes the feeling of anxiety. When it comes, you'll embrace it. Just deciding to welcome anxiety isn't enough. It needs to be done with your entire body. in the place you feel your anxiety the most. When you welcome your anxiety, you do the following. You ready for this? You should be familiar by now. You breathe in deeply. You breathe in deeply, you fill your lungs so that your stomach expands. And you breathe out completely, letting all the air go. And you repeat this slowly, deliberately, or intentionally. This is simple yet powerful. Breathing into fears counters and softens your body's fight or flight response. These deep breaths actually override your monkey's command to panic. There's a twist to this, though. I want you to focus on your breathing, but I don't want you to relax. Don't picture yourself somewhere until the anxiety stops, because that's still avoiding it. When you try to relax where you were at, you are rewarding the monkey because you are agreeing with it that you couldn't handle feeling your anxiety. For you to accomplish this challenge and reach your goal, you need to be fully present in the situation. As you accept your anxieties with your breath, and if you become relaxed, that's fine. Just like you're becoming more anxious. If you welcome the anxiety, breathing into your fear, you are now meeting the challenge and progressing up the ladder. Now, contrary to popular belief, anxiety has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Think of this right now. Picture a situation, image, or thought that makes you anxious. Once you have that feeling in your body, breathe into it, allowing it to be exactly as it is, nothing to change anything. If you feel any tension in your body, breathe into that area. Continue to do this for 5 minutes, paying close attention to the sensations of your body. That anxious feeling may now be changing for you. It may be getting intense. It may change the spot on your body. All of this is okay. By breathing into your anxiety, you are now decreasing your resistance to it and allowing it to run its natural course. To keep your monkey calm, you need to progress, feeling a sense of authority and purpose, dragging this critter behind you. Jennifer Shannon says this: remember, you cannot reason, argue, or make deals with a monkey, both in real life and in the ones in your head. All that does is give your monkey a chance to repeat all its danger warnings, cast doubt, and remind you how terrible it would be if you were wrong. Giving your monkey any attention at all is giving it opportunities to distract you from the commitment to yourself, which is being in the situation and welcoming your anxiety. Remember, when you avoid a situation, you are training your monkey to believe what it thought was true regarding the dangers of a situation to be true. After avoiding it for so long, your problem will grow so large that it seems beyond control. No matter how deep you're into it, you can make things better with courage and acceptance. You will get strong enough to see that this beast in its true form, is nothing but a scared little critter. When you survive a situation you've avoided before, your monkey mind can now no longer claim it. You survived it because the situation was manageable. Although it seemed scary, you were able to survive it. Jennifer Shannon said this is how we gain confidence in our ability to tolerate anxiety, to do what we want and what we need. Your life will improve after you calm this monkey and learn not to take it so seriously. So again, I know this lesson was kind of crazy long. I wanted to wrap up this section so that way we can talk about different types of anxiety. And I think we're covering like 4 chapters, I want to say. Don't hold me to it. But to give you a sneak preview, next week we're going to talk about shyness, social anxiety. We're going to talk about panic and agoraphobia, specific phobias, and maybe general anxiety disorder. I don't know yet. When I get to the point of writing that, I will let you know. Well, you'll know on Wednesday when the video comes out. But that's it. That's it for today. So thank you for bearing with me through this lengthy episode. Let me know down in the comments below where you're at in this journey. We're halfway through now. So let me know where you're at. Let me know how you've been able to calm your monkey. Share this with a friend. There's a lot of us that are dealing with anxiety right now. Someone else might need this. Remember, You are not alone, and you can master this. Stay tuned for whatever we got coming up next. Hope you're enjoying Fall Bible Focus if you're actually watching it. But yeah, stay tuned for whatever we have coming out next. Stay blessed, and we'll see you in the next one.